So I'm out doing a little vlog testing in Vitruvian Park while I'm rucksacking. I was interested to see how this new rig was going to perform, and currently I've got some diffuse sunlight off to my left that's coming through the clouds, and I have a LumeCube Panel Go attached to my rig along with a Movo microphone. So I'm interested to see, as I come onto the bridge here and I'm in the shade, how well things are going to adjust. So now I'm in the shade, but I'm only lit by the panel, and since it's pretty close to the camera, it looks fairly nice. I mean, up close it's a little softer, and a little farther away it throws a little bit more shadow. Curious to see how the background noise is going to be dealt with from the water running over the spillway, but that'll get quieter as we move past it. The noise doesn't really carry very far. So what I'm liking about this rig is that it seems pretty steady. It's pretty good to get an arm's length shot, and it overall, has a pretty nice composition for being arm's length. I can get it out a little bit further with the selfie stick feature on this Ulanzi handle. Yeah, if I wanted to be a little bit more wide shot, that could be nice, but I think it's a lot more comfortable to hold with it in the non-extended position. So I'm gonna carry on with my ruck walk and check back in at my halfway point. So this is always my least favorite part of this walk. This is the bridge where Vitruvian Park connects to the Brookhaven portion of the trail. So we're now on the Brookhaven campus. But that's right at like a quarter of the way. And it's usually the part where my legs and ankles really start to ache, especially if I haven't taken any rest days recently. And it sucks because I know that I still have 3/4 of the way to go. But that's okay, we're gonna push it through. Okay, so we're at the halfway point. I actually took a minute to sit down on the park bench and take a quick rest here at halfway. Hopefully you hear me okay, because we're right by the street at Valley View, and there's quite a bit of traffic noise that I can hear, so we'll see how it picks up from the directional mic with the wind muff on it. The light is currently over in front of me, kind of off to the left behind the camera, so it's actually lighting my face pretty nice from there, but my hat is throwing a shadow, which the LumeCube panel is really helping with. So I'm liking how the lighting is looking overall, and yeah, face isn't too bad. Get a little bit of background. If you go way out with it, it's not too bad, but it's a lot more comfortable to hold it with a bent elbow and still get a good bit of the background in, and of course face and neck and shoulders. So looking good. Like this setup. Hasn't been too cumbersome to carry. It's pretty lightweight, pretty easy to hold stable. Liking all of that, so good times. Back to cardio. So this is an interesting section because I really have the sun more at my back, so I'm interested to see how effectively this light is helping to balance the bright sky in the background. I don't see the sky totally blown out. It's pretty cloudy and the sun is diffused, which is nice. If it was a clear day, it would be garbage. And I think the Samsung S20 Ultra is doing a pretty good job with stabilizing the footage, considering that I'm walking. My arm is getting tired too, so I'm not really used to doing this. It's not too bad to get a good angle. It's pretty noisy back there with all the traffic. At least we're getting into the quiet part now. But all the birds are out because it just finished raining. So I'm walking through the mud here. Just finished raining, so I'm sure there's all kinds of bugs and worms and stuff crawling around, and they're having a field day, which is good for them. Enjoy your lunch, guys. But it's pretty hard to carry 50 pounds on your back and talk at the same time, so I'm gonna get back to my cardio and catch up in a minute. And here we are crossing the Vitruvian Brookhaven Bridge again. I swear I lied about that before. It's not a quarter of the way, it's maybe a fifth. The bulk of the trail is really on the Brookhaven campus. But this is also the part where I get a ray of hope, because I can see my building over there in the distance. Trying not to step in all this mud. We have a really nice sky today. That's beautiful. If it wasn't so humid out, it would be a fairly decent day for a ruck march, but it just stopped raining. And I wanted to go this morning when I first got up. That's really my ideal. But I can't walk around this big park in the middle of a thunderstorm. That's just ridiculous. So, okay, so we're getting to an uphill section. I need to be able to breathe. So this is about as full as I ever see. The water's running pretty good. So I was very curious to see how the sound rejection is on this microphone when I'm standing, I don't know, 20 feet away from whitewater. So we'll see when we get home.